Happy Thanksgiving. Oh boy, I can already see where this is going. Hey, I just met you, and this is gravy, but here's my Odyssey, so carve me maybe. That makes me cringe right down to my core. Let's go on with this Odyssey. Okay, so we've got supposedly all heroes, all the primary monkeys, and all the support monkeys. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're actually dealing with here. We don't want any of that, or you. Okay, wait, we didn't actually check the islands. What am I doing? In the loop, hard standard, selling is disabled. Town center, hard standard. Carved, hard standard, selling is disabled. Tree stump, hard standard. And cornfield, hard standard. Okay, so this looks like Ninja Kiwi is just throwing some trophies at us, because this is fairly easy. All we have to do is pick a good hero, to be honest, because yeah, we can actually pick them all. Yeah, we legit just have to pick a good hero and we win this. I think the only way you could mess this Odyssey up is if you picked, like, Benjamin, or maybe even Azili, because Azili is quite weak at the very start. Okay, so I think we're going to go with Oben. We haven't picked Oben for a while. We want a Dart Monkey, we want recursive clusters, we want a village, and some spike factories, just for fun. We'll throw in a tack shooter or two, and then we can get two of something else. Let's go for the engineer nope, never mind, we can only get one of them. The ice monkey? Yeah, why not? We hardly ever choose the ice monkey. So let's give it a shot. I've already gotten rid of the powers for us. Let's just jump straight into this and see how we go. So, if I was you guys and I was looking for a hero to play as, Oben would be the one, because you can perfectly afford him. And yes, I have turned off my monkey knowledge. As you can see, Oben is only level 1, not level 3. So, my hero monkey knowledge is officially turned off, so you know that that is the case. So anyone should be able to afford Oben straight off the bat. I don't have my mana shield lives either, and you guys know how much I love that. So there you go. I've turned off my monkey knowledge just to make it a bit easier for you guys to follow. So for example, if you don't have as much monkey knowledge as me, then you should just be able to copy exactly what I do anyway. And it shouldn't be too difficult. So this is going to be our crossbow master. He doesn't look like he's in a great position, but having the line of sight directly down here is just going to be amazing if we set him on last. Because that means he'll always be aiming at the last balloon. Like, not the first one, the one closest to the exit, but the last one, which is like closest to the entrance. So he'll always be shooting straight down here and dealing the most damage that he possibly can through his piercing crossbow bolts. And that's what we want. So with Oben and his hero power, I did kind of make a hero video, and I did really love Oben quite a lot, and show him a lot of love. And that's just because of his hero powers, to be quite honest. You can just use them whenever you want, and it really saves the day sometimes. It's like having a spike factory, but you can place it at the start and not feel worried. Also because Oben's attack is kind of like a ninja's attack, it just like follows the balloons. And it can pop leads. Can't pop camos, never can, unless you put a village next to him, or somehow another way give him camo detection. But overall, Oben's a solid hero, especially for this Odyssey, so I would highly recommend using him. If not, use Gwendolyn. If not, use Quincy. Quincy's available for everyone. In fact, Quincy, I believe, is the cheapest hero. And I don't think you'd be able to afford Gwendolyn off the start due to the amount of money that you start off with. So I'd probably go for Quincy second and then Gwendolyn third. But all three of them are just amazing damage heroes, so any of them will do. Even Azili wouldn't be that bad if you had the monkey knowledge that starts her off at level 3 instead of level 1. Even Azili. Okay, so we seem to be flying through this, and in all honesty, I don't see why we wouldn't be. We'll get Sharpshooter, and then we'll just get Recursive Clusters, because that's going to help us out. Oh, maybe we could go for Attack Shooter, actually. Yeah, let's go for Attack Shooter for a lot of damage. So we'll try and get a attack zone. Like right here. Because at the moment this is going to do okay damage. I think it might be able to see balloons here, but overall it won't be able to see many balloons at all. But soon, well, once we get its attack zone, it's going to dominate this little circle right here, and it's going to be amazing. And yes, I know I don't often use the ice towers. Wait, okay, yeah, I forgot. Oben had us covered for leads. I was just about to say, did I just mess up and not get any lead popping power? But no, Oben's got us protected there. But yeah, I know I don't use the ice towers all that much, or the ice monkey all that much, but I thought I'd give it a try. Honestly, you could go with a glue gunner here, and it would do really well for you. But I wanted to test out some ice monkeys today. See what's what, and how well they are. Because the last time I used an ice monkey, I didn't use it for very long. I just used a 022 ice monkey, and that worked out really well, in all honesty. So I kind of just left it at that. Okay, but there we go. There's our attack shooter. Very set up to go into a attack zone. And other than that, I think we've got this relatively covered for now. I'll put down a... not there. I'll put down a... not there either, actually. Now that I think about it. Freezing balloons can often cause a lot more problems than solve them. But up here should be fine. Because it's out of the way. Nothing else is going to be attacking. And then we can have two of them right here. They're quite cheap, admittedly. And they do quite a lot of damage, because if you get 022s, or maybe it's with the monkey knowledge upgrades actually, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that these guys can stop balloons like dead easy, like they can just stop them completely. I really should have thought about this, huh? I suppose I could put it here, then only Oben gets it. I really just think that maybe the Dart Monkey already has camera detection, so he doesn't need it. Larger radius, regrow blocker. He can see, there we go. Okay, that's all we need. We just need to get radar scanner for the tack shooter as well as the as Oben. There we go, and then these guys can... wait, what? I'm sorry. What? Did I just overestimate a tower? Really? You guys are that bad? Okay. If you guys are that bad, that's fine. Let me just see this again. So Oben and the Dart Monkey do all of the popping power as well as the tack shooter here. And you guys can't freeze. Okay, there we go. It's all down to RNG with these guys. Honestly, sometimes they'll grab all the balloons, sometimes they just won't. So we'll get our radar scanner back, because we won't have another Moab for a while, and having these guys detect camo is a lot more important. And then we'll get jungle drums, just to speed up our ice monkey a little bit, because holy crap, that was slow. I definitely recommend, if you're using ice monkeys, to actually have the ice monkey knowledge as soon as possible, because damn, that was pathetic, in all honesty. Okay, so let's get our recursive clusters going to get some real damage on the board here. I keep saying on the board. I think that's just from my my Yu-Gi-Oh playing days. I used to play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game quite a bit. Not because I was like really into it or anything, but I just happened to find my old cards, and people at school already played Yu-Gi-Oh, so I just kind of threw my cards out in front of them, and I was just like, could I actually win with this? And then slowly got into it. Okay. Not doing terribly here. We want to make sure both our recursive clusters have the camo detection, because that is just going to straight up help out so much for us. And then once we get our attack zone, we will be pretty much unstoppable. as you can see, Oben is such a strong hero. You saw just how well he did in the early game, and now he's proving his worth in the late game too. Admittedly, it's mainly his hero power that we've been using in the late game, but even his regular attack can become insanely strong. Like, I think I showed it off in the hero guide video I did, but his attack can basically one-shot ceramics if he's at level 20, which is pretty damn good. Alright, so I think we're just gonna, because we can destroy this mob now, yeah, 100%. I think I'm just gonna skip to when I can afford the attack zone, because there's really not much else to this Odyssey. It's just standard hard game mode, whatever it is. So I'll just see you guys when I can get the attack zone. Alright everyone, we've just about got ourselves a attack zone, which will absolutely ensure our victory here. So, in about 3, 2, 1, there it is. Absolutely beautiful. Massive range increase has made the middle placement of this attack shooter much more worth it. And then now all we need is the Monkey Intelligence Bureau so it can pop leads, and we're pretty solid at the moment. This is around 63 right here. Look how much of a threat it is. Nothing at all. And even if it did get further than that, it would have been eaten by the tree. Don't even need it. But man, these ice monkeys suck. Choose something else if you're playing this Odyssey. Definitely don't choose ice monkeys. Holy crap. Should have left them where they were. Nah, to be fair, I didn't give them like tier 3 and upwards upgrades. So they're bound to not be that great, but in all honesty, I thought these guys would be better. So yeah, we'll just wait for our Monkey Intelligence Bureau, and then maybe we'll check out what the ice monkeys can do if we give them a few more upgrades, because we can't sell, but we can still see how well they do, if they even get to fight another balloon on this map. I'm not sure they will, to be quite honest. Alright, so we're not doing too bad here. Monkey Intelligence Bureau allows these guys to pop blacks and zebras, and allows our lovely attack shooter here to pop leads and camos. Well, he could already pop camos thanks to the previous upgrade, but either way. So we didn't actually end up going for the crossbow master, which is interesting. I thought we would have, but we didn't actually need it in the end. I suppose I'll just place these last guys for fun. There we go. Throw them down just for funsies, and then we'll see how we go on the next map. Okay, and there's our first map completed. Alright, second map. What's this called? Like Town Center or something? I think so. Alright, Oben. Let's have you right around here. I think would be good. Let's just get started. Let's go right into it. There's really no reason to wait or discuss any strategies because Oben is amazing. You put him in a good spot like this so he can see the start of the track down here, all the way up till here. If he gets a range increase, he might be able to see this part of the track, and he can already see over here. So that's just going to be beautiful. Okay, what else should we do? Maybe we should go for attack shooter now. I wonder. Because admittedly the attack zone is a lot cheaper than the crossbow master. Or maybe we should go for a bomb shooter. Get some recursive clusters. No, I think attack shooter would be really good here. So let's go for that. Get our usual attack shooter setup. Admittedly, it would have been better if he was more in the middle. That was my bad. Oh, I suppose I could sell him, but he's fine. He's fine. We'll make do with where we've put him. And then we'll get through this Odyssey with relative ease. Alright, so once we get our attack sprayer up, we do need some camo detection. That is a very good point. I completely forgot about that. Okay, so we're not going to go for overdrive just yet. Admittedly, the brambles can pop camo balloons because they're just spikes on the floor. Whether the balloons see it or not doesn't matter, because the spikes are still going to be there. So we do need camo detection, at least before we get our village. So there we go. It's not great, but it'll do for now. Get our brambles up even more. Now, what to do next? I do want to get the overdrive. I think that's just... You just kind of have to get the overdrive here. But after that... Honestly, they haven't given us a lot of towers to work with in terms of offensive power. But... we're not doing too bad either. Like, I suppose we could just throw down a spike factory next. Also, with Oban, I don't know if I gave this piece of advice during the Heroes Guide video, but with Oban, all you have to do is use his hero power when it's ready. And then that mostly applies to his second hero power as well. You want to make sure that his second hero power actually fills up with balloons before you use it again, but most of the time you can just use it and it's fine. So we'll get our overdrive here, and then maybe we'll actually have to get a crossbow dart monkey, not necessarily a crossbow master, but a crossbow dart monkey just so he can pop camos more effectively. Because at the moment he's not doing the greatest of jobs in terms of popping power. So we might have to give it a bit. Or we could just put up a spike factory. Spike factory would do an amazing job, regardless. Nah, we'll go for our... Oh, actually, yeah, we will go for a spike factory now. Just because if we go for a village now, that's a very high-costing tower in terms of its upgrades. And its original cost when we're really close to round 40. So we're not going to be adding any more damage to the board the entire time that that we're upgrading it, so we really should just be focusing on damage at the moment, and then once we can see that we can kill a Moab easily, then we can start focusing on things like support towers. It's always good to focus on your support second, regardless of what I say that I do with my fucking banana farms. Honestly though, the banana farms are insane if you can get them up early, but it's very risky at the same time. So you really don't want to go for it if you can avoid it. Just play it safe and you'll get through the rounds easy. Okay, so our tack shooter is actually doing mad damage here. And that's exactly why we got him to overdrive for now. Obviously we can't get the tack zone immediately, but that's exactly why we got the overdrive, just because of how much damage he does. Okay, so I think with this spike factory at the back here, especially if we get the spiked balls, which I think we will, we no longer have to worry about the Moab. Not to say that this can solo a Moab, but at the very least these guys should be able to deal enough damage to the Moab so that this guy can finish it off, and everything inside. So let's place a village now. Kind of bring the community together here. Get a village out. Get some regrow blocker. Yep, so there you go. Spike Factory can defend the rest of it fairly easily. Okay, so now that we know we can kill a Moab with ease, we can splash some cash on the support towers. So let's get a radar scanner, so that the tack shooter, not sprayer, the tack shooter has a lot more damage potential. And then the jungle drums, just because it's a really good upgrade. You could go for the bottom path. The bottom path though is more for if you have a lot of towers you want to place around it. Whereas I've only got like 2 more, 3 more. So it's not really that necessary for me. But admittedly we could go for primary training here. It would mean that our tack shooter and our future recursive clusters would not be able to pop respectively leads and black and zebra balloons, but that's not too bad, I suppose. But yeah, we want them to be able to pop every single type of balloon, and that's exactly what the MIB does. So we're going to go for that just to make our lives a lot easier, and then see where we stand. Come on, just a little bit more, and then we'll be good to go. There we go, MIB. So now any balloon can be popped by any tower within the radius of the village. So now we go for our recursive clusters, because they can now pop black and zebra balloons, which is going to make them even more amazing than they already are. And you guys should know all this already. Oh wow, we're actually letting some through. Not for long though, we've just got our first recursive cluster. There we go. Yep. No longer will any balloons get through. Well, maybe some will, but overall I think we're pretty much set up now. Once we get this second recursive cluster, we're going to be saving up for that tack zone, and then we're going to be winning. So prepare yourselves. But overall, 50 lives, still holding on to them. And we've got ourselves second recursive cluster, just need to get that bigger bombs, and we'll be good to go. Also, I'm not sure if I've told you guys this, but the reason I set them on close is just so that the recursive cluster triggers faster and a lot closer to home, so that it can trigger again faster. So like, essentially, if this bomb tower was busy aiming all the way over here, the bomb would have travel time, and you can only shoot the next bomb after the first one is detonated. So it'll detonate over here, explode like in a massive circle, but if it detonates a lot closer, he can shoot a lot faster and get a lot more damage out, rather than if he's always shooting very far away. So that's why I've always set my recursive clusters onto close, just so that they can get their damage maxed out. Okay, so I think we're just saving up for the tack zone now, so I'll see you guys when we can afford it. Alright, and here's our tack zone. And now we're pretty much sorted until the end of the game, so I'll see you guys at round 80. Alright guys, we're actually on round 79, not 80 here, but I've just realised that we can in fact afford the crossbow master. So I mean, we may as well, considering we have the cash. So here's round 80. Here's the big one, the big ZOMG. Just look at that, how crazy the damage is on that crossbow master. Plus the tack zone, it's going to be an easy win for us there. And collect our reward of $40, because I've already done that map on that difficulty. Alright, so that was Happy Thanksgiving, the first two maps. Part 2, as always, will be released tomorrow. Have not had Monkey Knowledge enabled, so that more of you guys can copy the strategy that I used and get the win for yourselves. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys.